afternoon again, y'all. Okay, I know I just got through talking about my garden, but now I want to talk about a dream I had. And with everything going on in society and in the world today. Last year, well, first of all, they are proclaiming that there are aliens and that they possibly could be making their way to Earth. Well, last year, I had a dream. Now, I just got to be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you, and I'm going to tell you what happened in this dream. In this dream, I knew I had just got off because I was dressed in a work uniform. So I knew I just got off, but I came to my mother's house. And where the dream start is, her front door was open. And when I looked out the front door, I saw a lot of little men dressed in pink. That's what I saw. A lot of little men dressed in pink. Well, these men were headed, let's see what direction this would be. East from my mother's house. These little men were headed east, but there were green laser beams coming behind the men in pink, and they were running, like I said, east. Well, coming west was a line about 10 average sized men. They were average sized men, and they were running toward my mother's house. And I told her they were begging to get in. They were like, please let us in, please let us in. So I slammed the door real fast and locked it. Okay, they were kicking so hard. I'm talking about boom, boom, boom. It had us so scared in here. It had us so scared in my mother's house. And it was like boom, 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 boom. Please let us in, please let us in. They were begging with their life for us to let them in the house. It was so bad, I went and got an automatic weapon. And I told my mother and my children and, everyone that was in the house, I told them to stand back, and I told them to open the door. Well, when she opened the door, I just started shooting. Now, I didn't hit anybody. I didn't shoot anybody, but with this automatic weapon, I was laying on my stomach. And it was just like, I was shooting it, but I didn't hit nobody. But when I got done, I don't remember what happened after that. But back to the pink men that were running east from my mother's house. It was looking as something was chasing them, or something big was behind them, and the average sized men saw it, and they were trying to run from it. I believe that was alien gunfare, because like I said, it was green lasers. I think they were shooting at them. And the people that were outside were trying to get away from whatever was chasing them, and they were trying to find refuge in our home, but we were scared and we didn't let them in, but I just find it all strange that, like I said, I had this dream last year, and then look up today, and they are saying, there could possibly be an alien vessel making its way to Earth by late October or early November or sometime. And I just want everybody to be abreast of that. When I always make these videos, I always say, go to God yourself and ask Him if what I'm saying has any real or true value for your life. And if it doesn't, then leave it where it is. But if He answers you and tells you yes, then just, apply it where you see necessary. But, I just, tell it how it is. Tell it just how it is. And that's how it was. And I just thought I would mention that, considering what they are saying in the world today with society and whatnot. You got war on every hand. It could have been a tankard, I don't know. But something with green lasers were shooting in behind these little men dressed in pink. And the average height men, or the average size men that were trying to get in our home, they were all dressed in black. So I can't do nothing but laugh because that's wild. You sit down and tell somebody that, they might look at you and say, are you crazy? Are you psychotic? Because that is wild. But hey, y'all take that and do with it what you want. And I want to, well, first and foremost, in this dream, when I woke up, I was laying down. When I woke up, I sat straight up and said, high alert. I opened my mouth and I sat straight up, opened my mouth and said, high alert, high alert, high alert. That's a true statement. You know, so warning, that's how God operates. Warning comes before destruction. You know, the Bible said that the skies will tell us the mystery behind God. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I do with my whole heart. I think it's just a wake-up call to all that, you know, things might not be what they seem to be. And, you know, in your lifetime, not in the next, but in your lifetime, you may see some stuff with your own eyes that you could never fathom that you would be witnessing. So stay prayed up out there, man, because it's kind of weird out here, but stay prayed up, and I pray that God leads everybody to whatever it is that they need or supposed to have in this season of uncertainty, because all we can do is wait and see. And also in this same dream, or maybe it was another dream in the same day, because the dream I had was from a nap during the day. But in another dream, I'm going to say, I saw two Nephilims walking in the neighborhood where my mother lives. And it was a man and a woman. They were two giants. And they were walking side by side. And when they walked, the ground shook. And we were in the house crouched down, praying, because they were lifting up people's roofs off of their house and looking down in the house at them. And I remember everybody that was in my mother's house was crouched down, and they was looking up praying, and we was all praying that they didn't pull our roof out, because when we looked out the window, that's what was going on. They was pulling up people's roofs and looking down at them, and we just kept. We ran from the window, and we crouched down, and we just kept looking up, praying to God. I'm talking about a fear I never felt before in my life. We were so scared. We were so afraid. But we were praying like all get out that they didn't pull our roof off and look down in our house. But I don't know what all this means, but it's a lot of hidden truths that have been hidden for a long time being exposed in this day and age. And so that's my 2 cents. You know, I pray that it finds ears that it needs to find to be aware of what they may need to be aware of. But y'all have a good day. It's hot out here. It is hot. I'm out here, like I said in my previous video, I was out here checking my garden, actually giving a update for the garden. But y'all have a good day out there and be blessed. Bye.